Alrighty, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. It's time to go over my Bloody Valentine, the original. I did the remake last year. We're going over the original this year by Shout Factory. Got the original poster in the Shout Factory poster. If you don't know what the plot synopsis for this movie is, it is about a coal miner killing people one by one in a coal mine. It's very basic. It's basic slasher, whodunit, killer on the loose, killing people. So that's all you need to know. It is a classic. It has a big cult following. Came out in 1981. And this one is great. I liked it. So let's get into it. The pros are, one, the Blu-ray transfer. Awesome. Shout Factory did it once again. Awesome transfer. Looks crystal clear, HD. I like the killer outfit, the breathing behind the mask, the intimidation. This guy is freaking menacing with the pickaxe. I like the choice of weapon. You can do so much with it, under the chin, through the eye. In the remake, you get all kinds of bloody carnage with that pickaxe. And in this one, not as much, but you do get one cool pickaxe kill in this movie, and a couple of other creative ones. And I like the kills in this movie. They're not really that gory. The MPAA had a lot to do with that. There was over 9 minutes cut from this film, and we got 3 minutes restored thanks to Shout Factory. And yeah, there's a couple of creative ones in here. I just wish there was more gore. I like the story behind Harry Warden. The guy trapped in the coal mine collapse, took it out on the supervisors, killed them. He had to eat his, friends or coworkers. Yeah, he had to eat people to survive down there. But then once he escaped, he was killing the supervisors, and then he got locked away in a mental institution. And now it's like, is he back? Did he escape, or is it this boyfriend or this ex-boyfriend? There's like a love triangle, so it's like, you got a couple of red herrings and you don't know who's doing it. And I like the killer outfit. There's one character in this movie that stood out. The characters I wasn't that big on, but there was one that stood out, and that is Hollis. I think that's his name. That's the name I heard. Hollis, Mr. Pringles. He looks like the Pringles can guy. He's got the mustache. And despite his size, he has a beautiful girlfriend. Not the most gorgeous woman in the movie. That would be Sarah. But the girl he gets, it was different. You don't usually see that in movies. The big guy who's not really that attractive or appealing. He gets a stunning lady. And that blew my mind. I was like, oh shit. If he can get that girl, that gives me hope. Because still single, but it gives me hope that if Mr. Pringles can get a girl like that, maybe I have a chance to. And yeah, stuff like that. I like that the location has the Valentine's decorations all over the place, like the party that they go to, and the whole town's dressed up in Valentine decorations. And it makes sense. If you're going to call a movie My Bloody Valentine and you're going to set it on Valentine's Day, you should do your best to decorate everything to look like it's that day. Don't just slap that title on and then have the whole movie never even suggest what day it is. It actually looks like it's Valentine's Day. And this movie was supposed to be called The Secret, or at least that was the working title. And then I like that they actually shot in a coal mine. So it actually is authentic. They're really there. They're in a coal mine. And I think that's about it. I mean, there's some cool shots in here. I like the shot of Harry Warden, or I think it might have been Axel. I think it was like a flashback. Harry Warden walking in the night with his pickaxe in the fog. There's some cool imagery in here. But other than that, there's some cheesy music in here. There's one moment that feels like a soap opera. They're at the beach, the wind's blowing. They're like, "Why did you leave me?" It felt like a soap opera. I was like, "Oh God." Just the music cue, and then there's like a banjo music cue when they're all leaving the bar. I get it. It fits that scene, but in a horror movie that's serious, it shouldn't be there. It kind of sets the tone off. It kind of throws the tone off, and I'm not crazy about that. I'm not crazy about some of the music in this film. In fact, the score overall is not memorable. Like, you can't hum it. You don't even remember it. As soon as the movie's over, you can't even remember what it was. And throughout most of the death scenes, the score's hardly there. So I don't know. I felt like the score should have been memorable. Something like a Friday the 13th, like a cool score that really heightens the tension. It wasn't noticeable. I never even heard anything. And I thought that it was stupid that the sheriff kept trying to bury everything and sweep it under the rug. He was like Mel in Sleepaway Camp. Like, it never happened. She had a heart attack. She wasn't killed. It's like, I think it's in your town's best interest to know that there's a killer on the loose so that they can, like, lock their doors and stay inside. But instead, you're going to be reckless, and now every death is on your hands. And I like that the killer is like, stop the party, or I'm going to keep on killing. And they stop the party, but he keeps on killing because there's like this small party that's being thrown at the coal mine. It's like, why throw the party? I get there's like a hall with like a pool table, like a bar and whatnot, but there wasn't like a house that they could go to. None of them had their own place to go party at. They had to go party at the coal mine. Like, I have a great idea on where we should go hang out and have fun. Work. Let's go back to work. Because they all work there. I mean, at least all the guys do. I'm not sure about the girls. And I feel like they focused way too much on the love triangle. I get what they're trying to do. You gotta build these red herrings. Is it this boyfriend? Is it the ex-boyfriend? But just the way that love triangle was even written, it just felt lazy. Like, this girl is all about him. It's like, no, never again with you. And then, like, she's with him. And it's like, and then after that, she's like, nah, fuck it. I don't want to be with any of you. I don't want any of you guys.
I'm sorry. I'm so damn sorry.
It's just, they focus so much on them that the other characters are not memorable. They don't really stand out. You don't really know who the hell they are. You forget their names. And that's just a shame. Like, I want to know these people just a little bit, you know? Make them memorable. Make them the good dialogue, something like. There's hardly anything from the other characters. It's just these three. And, yeah, I mean, it has slight pacing issues, but overall, it was a good enough. Like, there's just some moments that could have been tightened. But other than that, I think this was good. I mean, there's no gore, and the only nudity you get in a slasher, like, this is a slasher, so you need gore, high body count, nudity, maybe some sex. You get an attempt at sex. There's one sex scene that's about to happen, but it gets cut short. But the only nudity you get is on a wall. There's like a Playboy magazine ripped off, like a page ripped out and glued to the wall. Like it's some little teenage boy's bedroom, like, I don't know, some college dorm. But yeah, that's it. So that's a shame. Like the girl at the beginning, that was a great opportunity in the open for her to show her tits, because that was a love scene about to happen that got cut short. And yeah. So yeah, no, not much gore, but there is some. That's about it. I don't want to ramble too much. So final thoughts. This is a classic whodunit slasher, holiday themed. You got a lot of those. Mother's Day, Friday the 13th, Halloween, you name it. Just another one of those that was trying to bank off of the success of those. Unfortunately, it got cut by the MPA, 9 minutes of it, but if you get this, you get 3 minutes back, and it does help the film a lot. Those 3 minutes were needed. So it's a classic, definitely worth checking out. So when it comes to My Bloody Valentine, definitely go out and buy it. The clap reward for best scene is the shower head kill. I like that scene because all the suits are falling from the rafters above or whatever. Like they just like they fall down in front of her face. Cool scene. And I like Sarah. That's my hottest chick, Sarah. I thought she was cute. And now let's get into the movie. Spoilers. So we open up in the mine. Makes sense. And we see the miner takes his outfit off, and it's a girl. Blew my mind. And then she's got a heart tattoo like Tiffany Valentine in Bride of Chucky. And then he pushes her on the pickaxe and just stretches her skin out. We get to see it actually go through the skin like the antler kill in Silent Night, Deadly Night. Awesome stuff. Great. Except in the cut version, you wouldn't see that. But in this version, uncensored, we do get to see that. The town's called Valentine Bluffs. Yeah, Valentine Bluffs. How on the nose is that? And then we got the prankster, the typical prankster that you get in these movies, like in Friday the 13th. You got Ned, and so on and so forth. There's always a prankster. He's pretending like he's dead, blood on the head, ketchup, just being a dick. And the cop, they find a heart in the box, and I like that the killer in this movie puts hearts in the heart-shaped box. Funny, bunny, bunny. How cute. That's clever. And then there's like a dog chasing the cop car. Was that an accident? Was that supposed to happen? It just felt like a happy coincidence. Like they're like, we need a shot of the cop car making a U-E and driving off, but then like this dog just randomly runs into frame and starts chasing the car. It's like, was that supposed to happen? So then we get this Harry Warden flashback, and we find out about the local legend of Harry Warden, who was trapped in the coal mine, had to eat his friends to survive, and then took it out on the supervisors, axed them, or pickaxed them. And we got like a Ralph in this movie. There's a lot of like moments in this movie that I was like, that's like Friday the 13th. You got Ralph in here basically. He's like, you're all doomed. If you go to that coal mine, you're gonna get killed. But then he's the one that gets killed when he's setting up that prank. And I like that he opens the door like 5 times to check his prank. Like, is it working? And he just laughs. He's having a good time. Obviously drunk. But then like the last time he checks the prank, there's the killer. Hits him right underneath the chin and out his eyeball. We actually get to see the eye like hanging out. But that's a dangerous prank that he was setting up. Like he had it set up to where if they open the door, this pickaxe would like raise up and lunge towards whoever was opening the door. Like what if it stuck him? You would kill somebody with that prank. He wasn't thinking clearly. The laundromat kill. He has this woman on the ground. He like raises his pickaxe to like hit her like 4 times. It's not like he's swinging it back down to like, and he misses her. He just keeps like attempting to hit her, but then it like cuts away and cuts back, and he's like raising it again. Like, is he ever gonna like fucking hit her? But he throws her into the laundry dryer, and then the next day when the sheriff's there, she's still tumbling around in the dryer. So is it like a 24-hour cycle, just constantly drying, or did the killer sneak back in there? Was he purposely waiting for the sheriff to get in there so he could like set that up? And I like how the body fell out of the dryer on cue. It happens in so many movies where the body just falls at the right moment. And it happens in this movie too. You have to look past it. But the body, the special effects on the burnt corpse was pretty gnarly. I like that. No one needs to know. The sheriff pulling them out. Nobody needs to know, but there was a killer. And I like that it's Friday the 13th in the movie. Did they do that on purpose? Because this was made in 1980, like towards the end of the year, maybe, like fall. So Friday the 13th was already at the theater. So that had to be on purpose. And then we get the soap opera moment. They're at the beach. I love you. Why can't you just take me back? Soap opera music kicking in. And then the bartender, he gets killed. And then this guy gets drowned in boiling hot water. We got like a Halloween 2 kill in here. And all the wieners. So I guess that was supposed to be comedic. It's like there's wieners like floating around his face, and the skin on his face is melting. Looks pretty good. Except in the cut version, this movie was so cut that in the censored version, they go to put his head in the water, and then it cuts away, and that's the end of the scene. You don't ever get to see like a shot from underneath, the guy's face, like in the water. Like there is no in the pot shot, which is bullshit. I like how TJ and Axel, they fight, and TJ's not good. He's choreographing his punches so Axel can block. Axel gives him a big old fucking sucker punch right in the face, and he's never bruised throughout the rest of the movie. He never has a black eye or a bloody nose, so I just thought that was odd. Like, you could have made it seem realistic and actually make it look like he got hit in the face, but instead you make it look like he got hit so softly that it did no damage. And then we get the couple making love. Boyfriend leaves the girl alone because he's got to go get beer. That's in a lot of horror movies too. I got to go get beer. Try not to die when I'm gone. And then she gets pushed into the faucet, the shower head, and just stabbed right through the back of the head, out the mouth, and all the water spraying out of the face. Awesome kill. Then Hollis, they all go down into the mine to hang out there because working there 40 hours a week isn't enough. Let's go hang out in the mines more. And the Mr. Pringles guy, he gets a nail gun to the head, which was cool that it didn't kill him right away. I like that he was dazed by it, and his vision was all blurry. He's just stumbling away. He gets hit again with the nail gun. So I like that it didn't just kill him right away like other movies would do. And the killer, I like when he's smashing the lights. it's just cool. Build some tension. I like the atmosphere of the cave, and it's making it darker. It's more creepy. It's creepy enough being a coal mine at night, but now all the lights are out. And that moment kind of reminded me of Terror Train when the killer's hitting all the lights with Jamie Lee Curtis. Then this guy gets hung, and the force was so much that when he hit and it tugged on it ripped his head off. I thought that was awesome. You never see that in the horror movie. Usually it just snaps their neck, or they're like struggling, their feet are kicking. This guy just boom, head popped off. Sweet. And then we get another kill that reminded me of Friday the 13th, part 2, the shish kebab kill through the bed. We got a couple making love, and they're killed off camera, but when we see their body, they have a big old like granite drill that's like all the way through both their chest. So that's interesting. I wish we could have seen that on camera. That would have made it better. Because aftermath kills, unless it's like an extreme aftermath, like, oh shit, something like a Peter Strahm in Saw 5 when he's crushed and you see the aftermath of his body just hit the ground. Awesome. But this aftermath, meh. But, I wish we could have seen the fucking drill go through. That would have been awesome. How he got that giant drill to go through them, like, wouldn't that thing be heavy? Like, it looked like a giant drill. Wouldn't that thing be loud? How did he sneak that, like, into that room and on them? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure how he set that up. I don't know how he's doing a lot of the shit he's doing in this movie. Like, the killer, he's, like, at the party, and then he'll kill somebody, and then all of a sudden there's a heart being sent to the police station. How is he, like, going? I guess the police station's, like, right around the corner. And there's like one cop in town that's doing everything, and it's the sheriff who wants to sweep everything under the rug. And even when he gets to the mine later on, instead of telling everybody what's up, he gets on the CB radio and it's like, send some help because there's kids trapped in the mine. How about send some help? There's a fucking murderer on the loose. Get some guns, bring some guns. Because you say there's kids trapped, they're not going to bring guns, they're going to bring shit to dig their way into the mine to get the kids. They're not going to bring all kinds of guns and protection. So just tell the fucking truth, all right? That's the lesson of the movie. Tell the truth. The truth will set you free. And then the final girl, like her friend gets killed right in front of her, pickaxe right to the stomach. And she doesn't run away. She's like frozen in shock, I guess, and then she's just slowly walking away, holding onto the walls. It's like, dude, start running. And I like that the third act is in the mine. That makes sense. And that they're taking that little train ride up. The cart's going up the hill, and they're fighting on that. And then TJ's like in a fight with Axel, the killer. And the final girl gets the shovel, and instead of just using it, she doesn't have faith in her abilities, I guess. So she's like, "Here, TJ, you have the shovel because I think you'll be better with it." That just kind of made me laugh. It's like, why won't you just use it? Just try. Just swing. And Axel, he's revealed as the killer after he supposedly faked his death drowning. Wouldn't his entire outfit be wet? Just saying. Because when we see him as the killer, his outfit's completely dry. So that was odd. And then I like when TJ, he's like, why? It's like, why do you think? I think the obvious reason would be you're trying to steal his girlfriend, but then we find out that the real reason is that he's been fucked up since he was a kid because he saw his dad get killed by Harry Warden 19 years ago, so that made him want to grow up to be a coal miner. Like, if my dad was killed by a coal miner, I think the last profession I would want to pursue is coal mining. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that, I'm staying away. But instead, he's like, I'm going to be a coal miner to emulate the guy who killed my dad. But whatever. Maybe his dad was a coal miner, so whatever. But yeah, like, I like that it's like a flashback just to quickly like explain it. Like, all right, we need to let the audience know why. So it's like a very quick, like 10-second flashback. Like, here's what you need to know, and now let's cut back to the fight. And then the mine collapses. They walk in there, they see just the arm of Axel, and he's on the other side sawing his own arm off to escape, like 127 hours, that movie, James Franco, or whatever number it was, doesn't matter. And then he's just running away, laughing maniacally, saying "My Bloody Valentine," roll credits, saying the title of the film, And then he starts singing a song, like some kind of like lullaby, and it reminded me of Billy from Black Christmas, which was the influence that the director had. He said that in an interview. So that's not me bullshitting. That was his influence, Black Christmas. And that just felt off to me. Like, it felt corny, because the whole movie's very serious to me. I mean, there's jokey characters, but for overall, the tone of the movie is very serious. But then when that guy, he's walking away with one arm, he's like, I'll get you, and he's like maniacally laughing crazy. It just felt cheesy in that moment. It didn't seem like that character would do that, because he wasn't acting that way throughout the whole movie, and now he's just crazy.
Sarah, be my bloody Valentine.
But yeah, that's it. I think the best kill in this movie is Howard, and he gets his head popped off by the rope. And my least favorite kill is Patty, who just gets stabbed in the stomach with a pickaxe. Lame. Those are my thoughts on My Bloody Valentine. What did you think about this movie? Put your thoughts of it in the comments below. Do you like it more than the remake? I prefer the remake. It's got the kills, it's got the gore, the nudity, high body count. I think it does the mystery aspect a little better with the red herrings, because you're like, oh, maybe it's Axel, or maybe it's CJ. A lot more than this one. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I prefer that. Tom freaking Atkins also. And the guy from Final Destination, the guy from Supernatural, better cast, Jamie Kennedy. Great remake. But yeah, I've already done that review if you want to check that out. I'm sure I'll leave a card, or you can just go on my page, look up Mr. Hat Movie Reviews, Bloody Valentine, you'll find it. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you like what you've seen here, hit this like button, share with all your friends, become a Patreon to request movie reviews and more, and become a subscriber today just by clicking on my cartoon face in about 5 seconds. And until next time, auf Wiedersehen, Valentines.